It's that time of year again where we take a look back at the whole year of awesome music that came our way and we throw it into a tier list and we judge it and we talk about it. So here I have 22 albums that I've listened to constantly throughout the year. And I'm going to stick them in this tier list and rank them. We're going to talk about them. Some of them you might not agree with. Some of them you might not have heard. I'll give you my opinions on them. One of my favorite artists just of all time, in all honesty, is Nothing Nowhere. And this year he released 3 albums? 4 albums? 3 albums. 3? I think there might have been 4. I can't remember. And one of the albums he released was called Misery Maker. It was probably the most recent one that came out. It was great. In all honesty, it was sick. So for that reason alone, just because I'm a big Nothing Nowhere fan, it's going in S for me. It was just great. The next one we got is Boston Manor. Now, Boston Manor, I think, are an insane band. Like, they are incredibly good. However, this album that they released, whenever it was, in the summertime, for me, it just didn't really do anything. I was, like, not really that impressed, to be honest. It had some cool songs on and, like, some cool riffs, and, you know, it was nice to listen to. But it didn't really wow me in any way. It's gonna go to B. That's where it's going. All right, now we got another Nothing Nowhere album, and this was Dark Magic. This was at the start of the year. And this one was cool. This was like, again, it was a lot more of that trappy kind of rappiness. Not as much kind of like pop punk. It was a bit more like, you know, production, trappy kind of vibe, 808s and all that kind of thing. And it was really cool. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the most recent one. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in A. It's still a solid album. Still fucking sick. And now the one album that all metalheads, emos have been waiting for ages was the next gen Bring Me the Horizon album. And in all honesty, it was sick. It's a great album. All the songs on there are awesome and they're great. Bring Me the Horizon tend to never do anything wrong, in my opinion. They're a sick band. They write 6 songs. There's nothing bad I can say about the album, in all honesty. I think it was a solid album back to back. Every song was great. All the riffs are sick. It was interesting. Nothing was bad about it. It's going an A. I wouldn't give it an S because it didn't blow me away. There's other Bring Me albums that I personally think are better. So one of my favorite bands ever, Kids in Glass Houses, came back. They released a new album. However, it wasn't the Kids in Glass Houses I personally wanted. Now, the Kids in Glass Houses that I personally want is smart casual Kids in Glass Houses. Those riffs, those songs, just top tier. Insane. So good. And this album, it was a little bit different, I'd say. It wasn't quite smart casually enough. It had a bit more like 1975 feel to it. I've always thought, right, 1975 and Kids in Glass Houses have a really similar vibe, like crossover wise. Like sometimes I'll be listening to 1975, I'm like, yo, this is just a Kids in Glass Houses song, and vice versa, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I wasn't too keen on this album. I listened to it like a fair few times just to try and get into it, and it didn't do it for me, in all honesty. For that reason, I'm putting it as a C. Poppy. This album came out like a couple of weeks ago, and I've listened to it constantly since then. It's so fucking good. The juxtaposition between some of the sections is insane. You've got like the heaviness in just huge fat riffs and screamy in your face stuff, and then it drops down to this obviously like bubblegummy pop stuff. Oh, it's insanely good, and it's insanely well put together. And even as an album as a whole, like it just works. It just fucking works so well. I would put that in an A because it's insane. The Story So Far, they came back again with another album. It's been a while since we had anything from them, and in all honesty, it was a fucking sick album. Like, I enjoyed it. I listened to it constantly, and it was more Story So Far that we want, kind of more old school Story So Far, and it got me excited to listen to them again. For that reason, I would honestly put that album as an S. It was insanely good, and the songs are great. There's a lot of bands on here that have like disappeared and came back again. Obviously 2024 was the year of resurgence, I guess. Linkin Park, they came back obviously with a new singer. I like the album. I think the album's really good. I think it does a really good job of holding on to the nostalgia of Linkin Park, but also doing something new, which is a good thing. You want it to be new and different and like push forward. However, if I didn't listen to it again, I wouldn't be sad. If someone said to me, you can never listen to that album again, I'd be like, yeah, that's okay. I've got Hybrid Theory and Meteora to listen to, so it's fine. So for that reason, I think I'd put it at like a B. Like, it's good, but I don't think it's like that great. 4 Years Strong. I love 4 Years Strong. I think they're an insane band. So, like, insanely talented in their playing and their songwriting. They're so underrated. I think it's insane. This album was probably one of their best ones they've had in a long time. So for that reason, I would put it at A. It's just, it's like the epitome of easy core and like fat pop punk guitar riffs with catchy choruses, and it was just chef's kiss. So this wasn't really an album, it's more of an EP, but I wanted to put it on there anyway because I've listened to it quite a bit over the past like couple of weeks. It only came out recently. It's a Japanese band called Hanabi. If you've not listened to Hanabi before, you need to, because I don't even know how to describe what it is. It's just like this chaotic Japanese metal. That's the best way to describe it. And they're fucking awesome. The breakdowns are insane. The riffs are insane. It's just so chaotic, and it just kind of scares your mind in a weird way, but like in a good way. So this album was sick. I would put that in an A. Album EP. Put that in an A because it just, I like it. We all know where this one's going. Knocked Loose's album. This has got to be, hands down, the album of the year. Like, just in general, across any genre, across every genre, this is album of the year. 100%. There's no way you can disagree with me, because it is front to back, back to back, front to front, upside down, left to right. Fucking awesome. It's an S. It is. If there was another one above S, an S plus, another Nothing Nowhere album. Like I said, he released a few this year. I think it was his like kind of project. He was just like, yo, I'm going to release 3 albums or 4 albums by the end of the year, and you're just going to have to deal with it. And everyone was like, yes, sick. This one was a different Nothing Nowhere album. This one was more of like it's called Hell or High Water. And it's a bit more kind of like country-ish, like a bit more acoustic-y Midwest emo. And it was cool. It was really nice. It was like a little bit more chill, not as kind of aggressive or like in your face as some of the other ones are. Goes at A. Bill Murray. Bro, Bill Murray is the GOAT. He is insane. Like, the songwriting in the Bill Murray songs, just so good. I love how he just combines all these different genres together. How he combines like this kind of pop punk, but also kind of like Pliny intervals vibe into then like this like almost John Mayery 1975 kind of like countryness. I don't even know, man. It's just, and it all works so well together. It's a saxophone that's just ripping all the time. I would honestly put this at S tier because I've listened to it consistently. Like, how many are in S tier this year? In all honesty, this year has been an insane year for like rock metal music. We've had so much good stuff. Origami Angel. This might be a band that you might not have heard of. Origami Angel, they're an insane band. They've already got like loads of albums out. They're not a new band. They've been around for a while. So you might already know who they are. But you need to listen to them because similar to Bill Murray, they kind of do this weird combination of genre thing, and it works so well with a lot of their stuff. And it just sounds great. Like, it's stuff you've never thought of before that you want to hear. And this album was awesome. So it's going to an A. Bia Badoobie, again, artist has been around for a while. She's released quite a few albums. And this album, I think, in my personal opinion, is her best album since the first album. It's a bit more of this, like, Smashing Pumpkins-y songwriter vibe, which just works really well. The songs are really good. It's really nice to listen to. It's one of those albums that you can just kind of put on. You're like, I'm vibing with this. I'm vibing. I put it at a B. It doesn't get me hyped up, but I enjoy it, you know? Right, now we're getting into the shitters. Sum 41 released an album, their last ever album, and in all honesty, I didn't enjoy it at all. I just thought it was boring. It didn't get me excited. I mean, look at the artwork. Even that looks a bit boring and AI and fucking dated and just not exciting. And that's a reflection on how the music sounded in that album. Not very good. It's going in a D. Boring. So this is a new artist, I guess. It's called Many Eyes. However, the singer of Many Eyes is the singer that used to be in Every Time I Die. Keith Buckley? Is that his name? And this album was fucking awesome. Like, it was insanely good. I love Every Time I Die, and when they decided to call it a day, it was a bit disappointing. But the fact that he came out and he released this album, I was like, fuck yeah, get that in there. Hey, Balance and Composure. One of my favorite bands, in all honesty. I love the kind of grungy, like 90s, almost nostalgia aesthetic that they have. And it's just so good. It's honestly so good. So this is the first album they've released in a long time. And it's just classic Balance and Composure. And it's fucking sick. S tier, because I love it. Stand Atlantic. They are Stand Atlantic, and you can't disagree with me here. They literally are the best pop punk band to exist in the last 10 years. And like, I don't care if you fucking disagree, because that's my opinion and my opinion's correct. They are insanely good. The songwriting is impeccable. The guitar riffs, the production, the way it's thought out. They're live. I've seen them live a few times, and every time I've seen them, they've always blown me away. I've never left and gone, that was okay. I've left and gone, that was insane. They're so fucking good. And the album's great. S. See You Space Cowboy. Now, this is a band I only got into like this year. I went to go see them a few months ago, and it's cool. It's kind of like this early 2000s chaotic metalcore scene kind of thing, you know. It's really cool. It's really good. It's really chaotic. It's the best way I could describe it. And the album was good. I enjoyed it. I'd just put it at a B. I didn't come back to it that often that I wanted to listen to it, but you know, I'd put it on every now and again. Green Day. First of all, I forgot that they even released an album this year. And in all honesty, it was just boring. It was just nothing special at all. And I think, you know, when you're a band of that age, same with Sum 41, right? When you're a band of that age, you've been going for so long, you can't really be, not everything's going to be good, right? Like this, you know, you're gonna miss every now and again, and that's fine. You just gotta keep trying. But no, it wasn't great. I just put it a D. So that's my rock, emo, metal, pop punk tier list for 2024. Do you agree? Are there any albums that I missed out that I should have put on there? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you later. Peace.